may begin to feel anxious or excited.
Honest, deliberate, engaging, uncensored.
High-dosage administration can cause adverse reactions.
And most importantly, independent in mind and execution.
This is a normal response. Are you ready?
Marawa Sports Worldwide.
I feel sorry for what is happening with Pitso. That is coaching a club that doesn't care about football. You know, our Pitso must come back. La club is ruining the reputation of Pitso.
And finally, Chiefs winning the title punch. I'm sure Makosa jumping. Yeah, except for here.
Congratulations to my team Kaizer Chiefs for winning this past weekend. We are happy with the points, but we are not happy the way we are playing. However, we like to say to Kaizer Chiefs, let them just enjoy their salaries, enjoy whatsoever. Some of us, we are not expecting anything from them. I mean, really.
Happy with the win, but not happy with the false hope.
Wait till player of the season, Rob.
Clancy is in the Eastern Cape joining us. Good evening, Clancy.
I just want to react on Rolani Mkwena's utterances, you know?
Yeah.
From my point of view, when he says people should be careful what they wish for, it looks like he thinks he's irreplaceable.
Last night, it was worth it staying up the whole night watching those games. It was worth it. I just got reminded that the playoffs, it is the most special period in the NBA. The most special, because I saw neck and neck, end to end, edge of the seat stuff type of basketball last night in the 2-3 games out of the 4 that played last night.
Robert Marawa, live on 947. Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live. #MSW.
We've got a very special guest who's going to be joining us coming up later on in the show tonight. I'm looking forward to that because as an individual, she's somebody who continues to inspire not only just sportsmen and women, but especially within the cricketing fraternity. You know who I'm talking about. You've taken a guess. Be part of the conversation happening straight after the break at 20 past. But right now, though, we could not move away from the tragedy, the sad news, the story that really captivated the entire world. And because he was a former world champion, so the world of boxing has really been shattered by the sudden and timely passing of the late Dingaan Thobela. We'll pay tribute to him. His childhood friend is going to be chatting to us in just a second. But I want to go back, though, to a moment that we were able to share back in November, the 12th of November, 2009, when we brought him onto the show as a legend.
From all of us here at #MSW on 947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live, sending heartfelt condolences.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone.
Participants first in the blue corner to my left. Coming into the ring this afternoon from Soweto, South Africa. He brings a record of 34-4-1 into the ring with 21 KOs, wearing white trunks with red trim. He weighed in last night at 146 3/4 pounds. He is the former WBO and WBA world champion and currently ranked number 1 in the world, Dingaan Thobela.
Thobela needs to finish this fight now.
Sowetans call Dingaan Thobela the rose for a reason. Like the flower, the WBO lightweight champion rips and tears the unwary.
You're simply the best.
For the official time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a decision in our welterweight fight. At 2:06 of round number 3, your winner by technical knockout, Dingaan Thobela.
Dingaan was one of my childhood heroes growing up. I have such great memories when after 9 rounds against Philip Orozco, he was trailing on points and he needed a knockout to win. And Dingaan was just electrifying. He could pull it out with one shot, and he stopped Orozco in the last round. South African fans will remember in 1989, the year before that, Orozco lost a very contentious split decision to Brian Mitchell, who was world champion at the time. And then the second moment was when he fought Glenn Catley as a very fat, out of shape super middleweight. Dingaan's best years were lightweight, but he moved up. And then he fought Glenn Catley after beating Søren Burtis for the South African Super Middleweight Championship at Carnival City on a split decision. So he basically kind of got his shot through that.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. Better than anyone.
Sad news coming in since last night, of course, that former three-time world boxing champion Dingaan Thobela has passed away at the age of 57 after battling with an illness. He held 3 world titles in 2 weight divisions in his heyday, the WBO and the WBA lightweight title, as well as the WBC super middleweight title that he won in 2000.
A tribute from #MSW1947, Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live.
Yeah, may his soul rest in peace, man. The world at large is in mourning, far beyond the boxing rings as well as the gloves. The world has lost an icon, not just South Africa. And tributes continue to pour in far beyond the African continent. Dingaan Thobela was more than a boxing champion. He was a beacon of hope and an inspiration for countless of South Africans. Hailing from Thobela in Soweto, he rose to prominence through sheer determination, unparalleled skill, basically captured the hearts of the nation along the way. His remarkable career saw him clinch 3 world titles across 2 weight divisions. Remarkable. I mean, he etched his name in the records of boxing history. Dingaan Thobela's legacy transcends mere accolades. It embodies the spirit of perseverance and excellence. And beyond his prowess, though, in the ring, Dingaan Thobela was a symbol of unity and pride in South Africa. He brought communities together, bridging divides with his electrifying performances as well as unwavering commitment to his craft. And today, as we bid farewell to a true icon of South African sports, may his legacy continue to inspire many, many generations to come. And it is with a great deal of sadness, though, that we do reach out to a childhood friend of Dingaan Thobela, as somebody who was very close, somebody who had that very difficult task last night of going across to his house after, I think, days. I'm not too sure. He'll tell me of not hearing from him. But to Eddie, Mutungu joins me on the line. Eddie, thank you so much for your time. And firstly, my condolences to you.
Thank you, Robert. It's really tragic that happened yesterday.
Walk us through, as tragic as it is, though, just those moments and what made you feel, though, Eddie, that something somewhere was not right.
Yeah, normally Dingaan is someone whose cell phone is already on all the time. So on Wednesday they tried to reach out, but this cell phone was just ringing. And then on Thursday, and then its phone was totally off. And then we started panicking that what's happening. That was on Thursday, and then Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday. So we were trying to reach out to everyone who knows him, but we couldn't get an answer. And then we decided to go and check in one of the apartments. We went to the one in Shawele, it was not there. And the other one in Zerbekom was not there. And then when we went to Mayfair, it's when we found that he was there inside the flat, sleeping.
And this was when, Eddie? This was yesterday?
Yesterday around 5 in the afternoon.
So you had exhausted the other 2 attempts at the other apartments, and this was basically your final attempt?
Yes. And then we break the door, and then when we went in, we found him there. And then we called the paramedics. And
him.
Yeah, I mean, and I know this is still very, very raw, Eddie, and I know you're traveling. I'm just going to ask you to maybe just turn around. I don't know where you are, but just so that we can get a clearer audio coming through from you. It was breaking up a little bit, though. So the paramedics, you say, then they came through to your assistance as you broke that door down. All right. What we're going to do is we'll try and reconnect. Eddie, I don't know if you're still there. All right, let's try and reconnect freshly with him so that we can pick it up there with that particular conversation. As all the tributes, though, kept coming through, yeah, I am being told that we are going to try and reconnect with Eddie and try and get him on a fresher line so that we can hear that story. But there had been a history, as I'm sure Eddie would have been able to elaborate further with us, just of poor health. And I know that there was and still is going to be the SA Sports Awards this coming weekend in Sun City. He would have been one of the recipients, whether he was aware of that or not. But yeah, we've kind of established that he would have been certainly one of the recipients. As you know, South Africa is celebrating 30 years of democracy. And one of the firm favorites when it came to the sport of boxing would have been Dingaan Thobela. And why not? The Rose of Soweto. Many remember him for many different achievements, and you can certainly be a part of those that pays tribute. You can send us your WhatsApp voice notes and paying your respects. We are going to do a proper tribute to his legacy, to the life and the times of his lived experience. We're going to do that on Thursday with a couple of guests in studio. And also just your participation, because I think in our lifetimes it's been very difficult to find anybody who would have lived the kind of life and also become the kind of hero that Dingaan Thobela was up until his sad passing yesterday. Eddie, I hope it's a far better line, though. I think when we lost you, you were in the moment of getting assistance, though, from the paramedics.
Yes, I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Much better, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm just in the house. We're just busy doing the preparation for the funeral with the family. Yeah, but we'll give the feedback, everything tomorrow. So while we were there at Mayfair, and then when we called the paramedics to come, and then they tried to check the pulse and everything, but they declared him death. So yeah, it was really, really tough.
So were they able to establish, even at that time, Eddie, and I know emotion would have overcome you at that stage, would they have been able to establish how many days maybe he had been already passed by the time he was discovered?
No, they couldn't. Hence, we end up waiting for the pathologist to come and take him, and then they took it to the government mortuary so that they can do the postmortem, and then it's where they can determine. But by judging of his cell phone being off from Thursday, so we said maybe it should have maybe happened on Thursday or Friday, but it was during that period of 4 days where we couldn't talk to him.
Sure. I mean, it's a lot of days, Eddie, and just the kind of person, as a childhood friend, as somebody that you are very, very close to, what would you miss the most, given where we are now?
But I'll miss the charm, because me and Dingaan, we met when we were still 10-year-olds, and then from primary to higher primary to high school. And then we were together through the boxing. We used to play Bascop together. They were used to call it Bascop. His dad had the Bascop, so we'll play the movies around Soweto in the halls and the schools. And then, until we grew up being adults. So Dingaan was very calm, shy, very talkative, joking, used to like Luther Vandross, jazz. So really, I would really miss Dingaan a lot.
But how would you describe his recent years, let's say maybe for the past year or 2 years? What were you reading from him? What is he saying to you? What is he sharing with you?
Yeah, because we were running a funeral parlor business, which is called the Rose Funeral. And then, it was no longer doing that good because of, the competition. And then he was developing this thing of a flu. He was having a problem with the flu because even in summer you'll have this flu, but you'll go to the doctors, come back, and then he said it's fine. Yeah, but yeah, he was soldiering on. Yeah, he was just very, very strong, and then I was very, very shocked also because the other person who called me, it was Bongan Makasela. He was also worried. Yeah, but Dingaan he was active. That's why when I arrived there, and then I couldn't stop crying because also last week I was talking to him just before Thursday about the hours that the SABC was proposing on, I think it was next month in Sun City. He was going to be honored. So yeah, but he was strong. He was not showing any sign of illness except the flu. So hence I'm saying he went to the government mortuary. Hopefully we'll get him on Thursday, and then maybe we'll get the results and find out what really, really happened.
Yeah, just a final one, Eddie, and obviously, given your strength and your ability, as I said on Thursday, we will do a proper tribute to Dingaan and really do justice to his legacy. What was this feeling, though, towards the latter years about his legacy? Did you feel that South Africans still appreciated his contribution to boxing as a sport?
Yes, he did, because they were busy promoting the young boys, Dingaan, Jan Bergman. They were having a cup where they were trying to get the small boys to come, and then he was very, very doing also the motivational talks to schools, to the young ones, so that they can try to be boxers, how to save money. And then, he read, boxing was in him. I mean, I remember when we started this boxing thing, like, we will fight with these other boys, and then when we go back home to Dingaan's father will beat us up so that we must go and fight back, and then it's how, we developed that thing of boxing. Oh. So, Dingaan, boxing was his life. And then even now, with his former trainer, Branox, Tlhabani, they took Branox from retirement so that, Branox trained the boys who will try to get money and promote these boys, do the training for them. So Dingaan, Jan Bergman are really, really, they were doing the best for the young ones as we speak.
Eddie, I wish you strength, as I am sure the family is still trying to come to terms with what has happened here. I wish you strength in leading the process as a friend, as a soldier who has been very close to Dingaan for so many years as you start to prepare for his final resting place. And we will certainly share all of that information as it's incoming. We'll keep very, very close tabs with you so that we can share with South Africans when all of the details, memorial services, and the funeral will be. But just for chatting to us tonight, and again, my condolences to you personally and to the family. Please extend those for us.
Thank you very much. I'll tell the family, as we are busy sitting now, trying to do all those arrangements. I'll definitely show pass the message to the family.
Thank you so much. That's Eddie Mutungu, Dingaan Thobela's childhood friend, joining us right here on #MSW.
#MSW, live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
All packed and ready for the holiday, hubby. Nothing could go off track.
A lot could go off track, and quickly too, wifey.
Well, we have a few wise tips from iWise, like checking our tires, driving within the speed limit, and keeping our emergency roadside assistance details at hand.
What about a wise tip for when our car's parked at the airport?
We'll park in a well-lit area and keep our valuables hidden.
Call 0860 110858 for a quote from iWise, the wise insurance choice. iWise is underwritten by Old Mutual Insure Limited, a licensed FSP and non-life insurer. T's and C's apply.
Stay ahead of the curve in style, with special offers on a range of Suzuki models for you to choose from. This is guaranteed to be your best year yet. First car or upgrade? Suzuki's got you. Our cars are lined up and ready to give you more experiences, more fun, and more adventure. Hey, that's one resolution you can tick off, right? Visit suzukiauto.co.za to get more in 2024.
It's Harold Net Florist Hotline. Heather on the line.
Oh, Harold, I didn't get anything for my mom last Mother's Day.
And how did that end?
With me doing handstands in the shower.
Not a position I'm familiar with.
She drowned my dinner with ghost pepper chili sauce.
I see. Ooh, and now I can't unsee.
What should I do this year?
Get out of the shower and go online. Send her some beautiful blooms from Net Florist. Order before 9 May and they'll include some free lint chockies. Need florist. It's easy to show you, Key.
Watch South Africa's newest cooking game show, Ready, Steady, Cook, in association with Mr. D. Mondays to Fridays at 7 p.m. Host, chef, and funny man, Mushendiki, sets the table as two home cooks take over the red tomatoes and green peppers kitchens and whip up a meal in 20 minutes. Flat. It's a recipe for laughter. Catch Ready, Steady, Cook in association with Mr. D. Mondays to Fridays on S3 at 7 p.m. TV so good, you can smell and taste it.
We bring you great hits and exciting entertainment.
And our presenters enjoy doing it.
But we also have to follow the rules set out by the Broadcasting Complaints Commission's Code of Conduct.
In order to give you balanced programming, fair comment, and accurate news.
If for some reason you feel that we're not following this code,
we want to know about it.
So please contact us on comments@947.co.za.
If you're still not satisfied, you can direct your complaint in writing to the Broadcasting Complaints Commission.
PO Box 412365, Craig Hall, 2024. For more, visit bccsa.co.za.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Louis is calling us from the Val. Louis, good evening. Welcome to the show. You want to talk about this very same exit that Sundowns had from CAF?
Yes, I was very, very disappointed, man. But anyway, the better team won on that day. And the other concern that I have, man, is Mr. Rulani must need to respect us, the supporters, because we can't say most of the people they are complaining about our exit because we are betway.
For you, you felt like he had insulted you by mentioning the whole thing about betting?
Yeah, because he said no, we are not more worried about how Sundowns plays. We are more worried about our tickets.
Not because I support the club from my heart, but I support the club because my betway slip is saying if Sundowns wins, I make an extra couple of cents. That is able to feed my family.
#MSW. #MSW.
Good evening, Marawa. How are you, my brother? I just want to send my deepest condolences to the family of the late Dingaan, the Rose of Soweto, Thobela. You know, the man was an icon. He knew what life was, because even after fighting, he never went broke. I just want to say to Dingaan Thobela, rest in peace, my brother. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I remember when he used to fight the likes of Ozibok Nazarov and Tony the Tiger Lopez. When he won, the commentator used to say, the winner on points is the Rose of Soweto, Dingaan Thobela. This is Moses Mukwena of Mukwela. Thank you, Mr. Marawa.
Hey, Moses, thank you very much indeed, man. Who can argue with your commentary? And wherever he is right now, he appreciates it.
Good evening, Rob. It's a very sad day in our sporting fraternity, losing an icon. I'll never look at Dingaan Thobela as a boxer, but he was an inspiration. He made our childhood very interesting. We'll have those late nights and early hours waiting for those boxing bouts. It's him, Baby Jake Matlala, and Vuyani Bungu, who made it interesting for us to watch boxing. And for me, Rob, we can only remember him with that iconic fight, which was named the Judgment Day, when he faced Tony Lopez and emerged victorious. And for me, Rob, what we can do as South Africans to remember him is to ensure that we get boxing back into the televisions and reignite the sport to its glory days. May his soul rest in peace. Tebogo,
thank you very much indeed. Yeah, waking up bright and early in the morning, sometimes not being sure what time exactly the fight was. So you'd stay awake from midnight and the fight was at 6.
Good evening, Mr. Rob. It's Sulfilang here, and good evening to the MSW shoulders. Yeah, we begin our day on a very, very sad note, where we hear the passing of the Rose of Soweto, that is Dingaan Thobela. Oh man, first and foremost, thank you so much, my good sir, for all the incredible memories that you've given us. Thank you so much for gracing the boxing spectrum with your presence and giving us 3 incredible world title reigns in your illustrious career. Thank you so much for all the great memories, man, more than most. Thank you so much for making us watch all your fights. And it is very, very sad to hear your passing. And we do pass our condolences to the Thobela family and to the boxing family at large. I mean, this man has made us love boxing with his incredible talent and his incredible title reigns throughout his illustrious career. So it is very, very sad to hear his passing, and we do extend our condolences to the boxing spectrum, to the boxing family, and to the Thobela family on the passing of the late Dingaan Thobela. And may your soul, Mr. Thobela, rest in peace. Great show as always. Thanks.
Well, Lang, thank you very much indeed, and everybody else that is sending through their condolence messages. As we've promised you, that on Thursday we'll give you a proper, thorough breakdown of this incredible life and pay tribute with some of those who are very close to him and some of the colleagues that he had been in this game with. You know, when you look at some of the greats that have been there, either as trainers or as boxers or as family members, as friends, we will try and just unite everybody, because he is definitely one of those who on Sunday would have been given his flowers at the SA Sports Awards. All right, just changing gears for the final 30 minutes of the show. Talk about heroes, man. Hey, we're talking about a fallen hero in Dingaan Thobela, and we look for more. We look for more heroes. We look for heroes that are there with us, those within reach. Sometimes they inspire us from a distance. We would never, ever get to meet them. But you know what? Being young, being brilliant, and being talented athletes is something that we have the honor to encounter on a regular basis on this show. And very few, though, are as inspiring as the young lady that's sitting right next to me here tonight. And not many South African women cricket players get to play up to 100 internationals. But hey, my guest tonight did just that when she took to the field against Sri Lanka at the JB Marks Oval in Potchefstroom just the other day. She's one of the most celebrated women cricketers in the world. And I say that because I mean it. In the world, most celebrated, continues to be an important asset, though, to the Proteas Women's team, aspiring young cricketers in the Eastern Cape, especially in the villages, the townships. And they want to be like her. They want to be the international. But to go 90 kilometers north of East London. And not simply because of her skin color, but because of where she came from and what she's achieved in her career. One of the most recognizable faces in world cricket. Her excellence on the field, though, is spreading outside of the field of play. A beacon of hope, I can tell you that much. Let's catch up with Ayabonga Khaka, who is here with me in studio. Ayabonga, good to see you. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, Rob, and also to the listeners.
You're saying something quite interesting to me. Off air. You were saying you don't get used to this life. What life have you been thrown into because of your talent?
To be honest, I love cricket more than anything.
Yeah.
But it comes with the interviews, which is it's not my comfort zone. But I'm getting better each and every time. I think it's that life.
That life. So you love playing cricket. You love being brilliant at what you do. But hey, these things called interviews, you don't like them.
Yeah, they're part of the game. They always say, but I'm getting used to it. I think I'll be better and better as much as I am better in cricket. I think if I can give it a try each and every time and express myself,
yes,
like I do in the field, I think I'll get better.
How's that been received, though, your success back home? Because I don't think they visualize the 7-year-old with the tennis ball being where she is right now, with the cricket ball now, and really tumbling those wickets left, right, and center. How do they take this achievement and how quickly it's happened?
I think everyone is happy for me. They're proud, especially the people, they know where I come from. They have seen me throughout the stages. I think they are really proud of what I've achieved so far, and I'm just shy at the end of the day. I like my own space, even at home.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm just that kid. I don't speak much about cricket at home. I'm just Ayabonga at home.
So what do you speak about then at home if you're not talking about cricket?
I'm not here at home. I speak a lot at home. To be honest as well, I throw some jokes at home. I laugh a lot at home. That's my comfort zone, I guess. and I'm just a kid at home. I try to be more a kid, not or a sister, not a cricketer. I want my brother to know me as a sister, and will know me as a cricketer when I'm on the field or when he's watching me. But I try to make sure that they know me as who I am, as because there is life after cricket. I want them to know me for that.
As a person, now, you're not just a normal person right now. You might be to you, but to us, you're somebody that as recently as just the other day against Sri Lanka, when you make and you break records and you set the mark as you did, and you get to 100, right? So for me, it's 100 not out, basically. What was the anticipation? Was it a nervy one? Did that occupy the back of your mind? And firstly, congratulations.
Thank you very much. For me as a player, milestone is not some things that I look a lot on, even performance. I try to go on the field and represent myself and represent the country and inspire the kids, especially the ones that are coming from the same places that I come from. I know how hard it is. I know how resources are they are scarce, but you need to make it. At the end of the day, we have goals, and I just go there and make sure to send the message. It is possible each and every time that I play.
But did you get a special message, though? Who are some of the people that congratulated you after it happened?
To be honest, my WhatsApp was
crazy.
Was crazy, to be honest. My WhatsApp was crazy, but I think to see my family there, it was a special moment for me. I would have loved my grandmother to be there because she's been someone that has helped me with everything to be where I am today.
So would you say you dedicated that achievement to your grandmother?
Yes, I would say, but more, it's all about to the kids more than anything, the ones that we play to inspire each and every time.
Talking about that inspiration, because, the headlines will scream, first black woman to reach 100, which is true. But you also reach a mark where within the cricketing world, a youngster like KG, Kagiso Rabada, is there. An elder that you grew up admiring, Makayandini, is also there. So being in such great company means what to you?
For me, it means a lot. I'm grateful to be part of those guys, to be honest. Makayandini has been someone that I looked up to when I was growing up because it was someone that I could relate to because he's coming from the same side of the country like me. And KG, he's been the star since day one in the international stage, and he's just growing strength by strength.
What's been the biggest challenge for you? Because being where you are comes with sacrifice, it comes with challenges, it comes with also being away from home. But what's been the biggest struggle for you?
I think back then to balance cricket with school.
Yes.
I think for me it was a struggle. I took a long time to finish my degree because I didn't write the exam during December. I will write when the school opens. The next year it was tough. It's December, you need to relax, but you need to study. I think it was the most challenging thing for me. And also coming from where I come from to train, it was also challenging. Because where I come from that time, there was no permanent coaches for women's game. When it's off season, it's tough. I need to find, I need to train my own, knowing that I'm gonna go to camps and try to balance that life. It was tough. It was tough.
Interesting when you talk about the educational part. As much as the university was very understanding towards you, and they allowed you, because you were representing your country, to then write your exams later on, maybe at times even a month or so down the line, which was very, very helpful. Now, finally, what was it that you graduated in? And what was it that you want to do once your cricketing days are over and then you go back and you utilize your degree? Tell me more about that.
I have done human movement sciences. Hopefully, when I'm done with cricket, I'll further my studies. Maybe I will be the strength and conditioning coach, one of the teams in the future, and that's what I'm looking to do.
Strength and conditioning coach. Which of the teams would you want to be helpful towards? Have you thought about that?
Maybe now I'm based this side.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll work with the Lions Pipeline in the future. I'll see.
Yeah, Lions Pipeline have been great because I go back to 2020, the presidential award that was given to you. It was given to you by Central Gauteng Lions for the outstanding contributions, both provincially and nationally, that was given to you. Again, was that something you expected? And if it was a surprise, how good a surprise was it?
Yeah, it was a surprise, to be honest. I joined the Gauteng 2017, I guess, and 3 years down the line, I received that, and it shows the contribution that I've had with them. To be honest, I haven't played much for them because I was always on tour, but when I'm there, I always try to contribute to the team and to the players that are coming up.
All right, as we head into the break, trust me, we would welcome any of your comments here because it's a very rare privilege to be seated with her here in studio. And as I said, becoming the very, very first Black African player to represent the Proteas Women in 100 ODI games. That happened, this month, just the other week, against Sri Lanka. Also becoming only the third Black African player to represent South Africa in 100 ODI matches after, yes, you guessed it, Makaendini and Kagiso Rabada. As we've mentioned now, the only Black player to have taken 100 or more ODI wickets for the Proteas Women in ODI cricket, and is currently the fourth in all-time list of Proteas Women wicket takers in ODI cricket, and is currently the fifth best Proteas Women cricket wicket taker in the T20I cricket with 49 wickets, and also receiving the 2022 CSA Women's Player of the Year and also the Players Player of the Year. We'll find out from her how that felt, though, because it is one thing being recognized, let's say, by the scribes, the media and everybody else, but when your players in the same league and the divisions also say, you know what, we believe she's the best, how does that feel? Coming up straight after this.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Sowetan Live at the same time. #MSW.
The cost of living crisis is real. Here's what one Outsurance client did about it.
I'm Amy. I'm 26 from Kenilworth. When I got my 2022 Ford EcoSport, the immediate thought was to phone Outsurance, and I pay only 819 Rand per month. No insurers were able to beat or match the premium that I'm currently paying.
Want a car insurance premium that will blow your mind? SMS out to 30601 now for a quote and to find out about included benefits like panic assistance that sends the nearest medical or armed response unit to you wherever you may be 24/7. Here's Yusuf.
45 years old from Teigedal, Western Cape. I pay 700 Rand for my Polo 1.6 2021 model. If you haven't called Outsurance yet, definitely get in touch.
Give it a go. SMS out to 30601 now. That's out to 30601. Outsurance is a licensed insurer and FSP. T's, C's, and limits apply. Premiums are risk profile dependent and reviewed annually. Client comments do not constitute financial advice.
Zuli and Sam from Marion Island checking in again, and we're talking chicken on Ham Radio.
We embarked on a voyage of over 2,000 kilometers on a little boat, and you can watch our story on the KFC YouTube channel. It's certainly been an adventure, but sometimes you'll do anything for the taste, especially if you've been without it for over a year. We hope you never have to go that long. There's probably a KFC close to you right now. Go on, spoil yourself.
Are you a thrill seeker chasing big wins? Lotto Star has new Real Rush slot games that could make you an instant millionaire. Spin the reels now on the First of the Irish, Medusa Hunt, Super 20 Stars, Tiki Goddess, and many more. You could win payouts of up to 10 million Rand instantly. Exclusively available at Lotto Star, your world of live games. Lotto Star is licensed by the Mpumalanga Economic Regulator. No under 18. NRGP 0800 006 008. T's and C's apply. All games are fixed odds betting events.
Love is a double-edged sword. It protects, but it also wounds. In its name, I've crossed lines, blurred the boundaries between right and wrong. Mteto's blood is on my hands, a stain on my soul. Love has led me down this dark path, but can it redeem me? Can it wash away the sins that cling to my skin? Smoke and Mirrors. The truth will change everything. Monday to Friday at 9 p.m, only on ETV.
It's Big Deal Wednesday at Food Lovers Market. Buy 2 700-gram banana thrift packs for 39 Rand and get 2 pineapples absolutely free. That's 2 banana thrift packs for 39 Rand and 2 pineapples free. And enjoy 3 100-gram chicken societies for 25 Rand. That's 3 chicken societies for 25 Rand. Valid this Wednesday only at all inland Food Lovers Market stores. The best in fresh, guaranteed.
Previously on Marawa Sports Worldwide.
Give us your reaction from all that happened over the weekend, regardless of any sporting code.
Well, Rob, it was a good weekend of football, but I want to start about CAF, Mamelodi Sundowns. Well, Rob, you know when you come to football, if you are business-minded and then you are not football-minded, if it was me owning Sundowns, I would have fired Rulani Mukwena because Rulani Mukwena got all the quality players that he needs or he wants. And now he's talking about 4 years. 4 years for what? Rob, 4 years for what? You understand? He got all the qualities. You can't even reach the final. And you ask the club to give you another 4 years. For what? What you going to do on that 4 years? Because you fake.
Hashtag MSW. Hashtag MSW.
Ayabonga Khaka is my guest here tonight, right here on Hashtag MSW, celebrating her achieving and breaking a record. Not that it's the first time that she does break a record and set history on her side. It's also just the continuation of the brilliance that she does have. And if you're watching on the YouTube channel, please do log on your comments. Otherwise, on any social media platform, send us your WhatsApp questions on the voice note or comments if you've been able to watch her. Because, my goodness, you know, when you've gone on to play 100 ODI matches and you've taken 127 wickets with your best return being 5 for 26 against the West Indies, then you know, you're top of the food chain. And that's exactly where she is. Football. What happened to that? Because there was a stage when I was following in the Sasol League. You were there playing for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, yes, I played football. When I was young, I played cricket in soccer also with the boys in my village, and I started to play Sasol League. I think I was 14. I played Sasol League. I played for Pioneers that time, a team from Tanzania, and I joined Thunderbirds 2010. I played with them. I was doing I was still at school, and then the next year I went to University of Fort Hare, but I played for Thunderbirds. Even there was still a Sasol League at Fort Hare, but I played for Thunderbirds.
But how do you feel now when you see Bambanani, who you played alongside? You know, she's doing so well within Banyana. I think you also played with Ukolose beyond as well. And when you see them shining, and I'm sure they're seeing you shining in a different sporting code, what's the feeling?
To be honest, I'm happy for them. Bamanani, I played with them with her when I played for the first team, which it was the Pioneers. And then she left to Bloemfontein, and she's been the great player. I guess from the first time I saw her. I'm not surprised with what she has achieved and what she has done so far. And Closer was young when I joined the Thunderbirds, and we became friends. We're still close, and she's a great player. I still feel she has a lot in her. sometimes it's not noticeable because of where she plays, but she does a great job, and she's a great player also.
When you go back to your career, and it's always important to know where you debuted, and you debuted when you played against Bangladesh, and you played, it was an away game, and you were exposed to maybe close to 10,000 fans that were there. Was that for you what? Because at times it's almost like, what on earth am I doing here? Or it's a case of, you know what, I've made the right decision. Talk me through that, just the emotional journey of getting to a stage where you're making your debut, you're representing your country, and you're playing against Bangladesh.
At that time, to be honest, I was still playing football.
Yes.
But I also felt I was better with cricket. My cricket was better, and I took the opportunity with both hands, and I didn't look back, I guess, and I enjoyed the game. It was tough with 15,000 fans, and you are used to 30 at home. But yeah, it was. There was a lot of noise, but it was a great experience for me.
But isn't that the irony, though? Because you make your debut against Bangladesh, that's 2012, and then come 2018, you get your 50th ODI wicket against the very same Bangladesh.
I don't know, to be honest, and I saw. To be honest, I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. But I've also achieved that when I was playing against them, and I think it was meant to be like that.
Must investigate you in Bangladesh. What's going on? Jabulo joining us on the line. Jabulo, good evening. Welcome to the show. Ayabonga is here. Go ahead.
Evening, Mr. Robert, and evening to your guest.
Yeah. Welcome.
I just wanted to find out from her, because she speaks a lot about inspiring the young kids, and it's very interesting to hear based on what she has achieved. I just wanted to know, what is the message basically that she wants to send to the kids when it's all said and done?
Nice one, Jabulo. Thank you so much indeed. What is a direct message? Let's say in the car right now, there's a young aspiring cricketer who's female, who's followed your career, is inspired by you, and you're talking directly to them right now. What would you say?
I would say to them, firstly, when I played, cricket was not a career in the country. Now it is a career. I think if we want to do the sport, I think we have seen what we have done. I think it is we just showing that it is a career. You can do a lot with it. It's up to you what you want, and you just keep on doing what you need to do.
So basically, don't give up, though, because sometimes people say, cricket, though, it's an expensive sport. You know, you need the equipment. I don't even have to go through each and every one. You know what I'm talking about. Then how do you talk to those kids and tell even the parents that are listening right now to say, actually, support your kid? It might be expensive, but long term, there is a just reward.
I think the parents, it doesn't matter which sport. I know there's always a balance between sport and education, but you need to support them with whatever they like, and be there for them. Sometimes it's tough, but there's always opportunities whenever. There's always opportunities, I guess, and you just need to be patient with the kid as well as a parent, and support them. It's not about financial. Sometimes it's about you to be there for the kid, and she will know, or he will know, that my parents are begging me, they are supporting me. They'll be also confident and be comfortable.
I think everybody in any sporting code, Ayabonga, dreams of playing in the World Cup. You break in 2012, and then 2017 already, you're making the crack into the World Cup team, and that's your first World Cup, and then you go on again in 2022 and you make it for your second World Cup, and here we are now, a World Cup year again, and you're part and parcel of that. So it's almost like a hat trick of World Cups. And I know that you understate a lot of your achievements, but surely deep down inside, that must mean something, because just one World Cup is massive for anybody. But you, talking about 3 right now, how do you respond?
I think, to be honest, when I started to play, I never thought I would be where I am today or I've achieved what I've achieved. I was just playing the game because I loved it. When I can look back and say 2017, it was my first World Cup, semi-finals. It was disappointing and heartbreaking, but I think it was the lessons that we as a team we learned from that. It just kept us strong, and we knew that we don't go to World Cup and play. We go there to compete, and to be part of that setup for me, it was always you want to do good. I want to perform, and I think to play the one at home, it was even better. The first game at Newlands, even if it was disappointing, but to see the people, they came in numbers, and something that we're not used to at home, to be honest. And it shows that people are supporting us, and it was great feeling.
Because the aim, as well as the ambition, I can imagine, was always to be playing at St. George's Park, playing an international game at St. George's Park at Thobela. Was that something that always occupied the back of your mind, to say, one day you would love that experience at that level?
To be honest, my home ground, it's Buffalo Park.
Yes.
Used to be Buffalo Park, and I've played international games there. Fortunately, I couldn't play St. George's Park. Last year, I was sick that day. But yeah, it's always nice to go home and play. Where people understand you and they know who you are. It's always great to go there and show the kids as well.
The men's cricket team, unfortunately, they get this tag of being called the chokers, right? It's something that you, as the ladies, don't want to ever get yourselves involved in that whole debate. But just an emotional feeling of how close things got for you when you lost in that World Cup game against Australia, because you were like 5-2 being in the final. How disappointing was that?
It was disappointing, to be honest. We wanted it so badly as a team. It was the first time to reach the finals, and especially at home. I think we were very, very disappointed. I think it still hurts a lot. We wanted to change the game for the next generation more than anything. But yeah, I think we know that we compete with the best, with the countries that have everything that we don't have. But with whatever that we have, we make sure that we excel, and I think that is the motivation that we have, and we're looking forward to the next.
You know what? You've been such a teacher for so many people, and listen to this.
Good evening, Aya. Just want to firstly congratulate you on your accolades. Very inspirational story, and for me, this is the reason that some of us are inspired by sports, is that behind every sportsman and women, there's a story of inspiration that many of us can learn and use that to become better people if we follow the same principles. But my question to you, having achieved so much, what is it that you still want to achieve as a cricketer? And thank you so much, Tebogo.
Tebogo, thank you so much. Hey, at this juncture of your career and your journey, how do you answer, Tebogo?
I think every cricketer, what you want to achieve is to win a World Cup. I think for me, that's what I want to achieve at this point. Yes.
How are you going to make sure we get this World Cup?
I think preparation is important. We have, I think, few months. I think we need to prepare well, and and go there and play the cricket that we know.
How prepared is Aya for the World Cup?
Yeah, I think I'm in a good space. Mentally, physically, I'm good. I still have few things that I need to sort out with my skills, which I think I have enough time to sort them.
What do you think your skills are lacking? I mean, I look at your record and I just think maybe you're lacking more game time. You're lacking us seeing more of you, etc. What do you think is lacking if you had to critically look at your game?
I think as a player, every time either you do good or you do bad, or there is always something you want to work on. You're never happy with what you do. I don't think there is anyone that goes off the park and you're happy with everything. And for me, I depend on my prep. My prep is the most important thing. If I know I've done so much in my prep and I've done everything, then I go to the game and play. And if it works, and then I go back and work on it. If it doesn't work, I still go back and do it. I think as a player, you always need to work on things. And for me, I do that each and every day. Either I do bad or I do good. I work on that.
Love that.
Hi, Robert, Marawa, MSW. Greet you and your special lady cricket guest with a good heart. Congratulations, man. Absolutely congratulations. You are in a class of your own. Ma'am, I grew up in Lady Grey. That is, you get East London, Queenstown, Jamestown, and then Lady Grey, Northeastern Cape. I am very inquisitive. And it's north of East London. I'm very inquisitive where you grew up. Hell, ma'am, you enjoy every moment and really, you absorb every moment. Thanks, Robert, for your show. My man, Ben Richter.
Ben Richter, mooi play. Very quickly, just tell us about home. Now, Kulele Kona, how was it? Togo, Petlesi.
And Kulele Klesi. Says Lalini. It was a great life. After school, you just go and play either football or cricket, and that's the way. In Kulengayo, Sunday you go to church, and I was fortunate. A primary umakhulu teacher there, and I was working with her every day. And she supported me. She saw me from mini cricket, and I played with the boys, but she never said anything. She just supported me, and it was a great life and a quiet life as well. But yeah, I enjoyed my upbringing. It was my grandmother was also strict. She was a principal at school. I had to be just to behave.
Yes,
to
be a good girl.
I had to behave at school and make sure that I don't go to her and face her.
Oh, I see. Okay, so that's where the discipline kicked in, and may long that continue and journey on. Ayabonga Khaka, thank you so much indeed for your time, man. We are so inspired. I mean, I love this. I love knowing you. I love knowing your journey, and there's still so much more to discover. I wish you the best as far as your cricket is concerned, but most importantly, the World Cup. Keep rising.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, Rob.
I appreciate it.
#MSW live now on 947 Vuma FM, Rise FM, and Soweto Live at the same time. #MSW.